Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be off to another running start. Yes, I know, but this is actually going to be a 1 hour long game, perhaps even a bit longer, so there'll also be a few times where we'll just be speeding up as much as bloody possible. But who shall be finding a will in the northern corner? We shall be seeing Admiral call for a K. That's really good. That's really, flowing off your tongue. We'll just call him the Admiral. The Admiral fighting in the army. What a misnomer. Though here he is, fighting for the Americans, fighting for the 1st Armored Division. Opposing him shall be pushing me away. Fighting for the, I don't know, let's just say the 1st SS Panzer Division, Abstandarte. This is Operation Lüttich, the great counterattack against the American attack, Operation Cobra. We are seeing a few Panzer Grenadiers getting out there. We're seeing a focus rather swiftly towards the west. Initial Panzer Grenadier squad getting the Gewehr 43 upgrade. Primary semi-automatic rifle for the Wehrmacht, although they didn't really get as many as, say, the Americans, and they also had a previous one, which was the Gewehr 41, but had some problems. But after they sort of stumbled upon the Soviet SVT 40 semi-automatic, they sort of figured out, well, that's how we're going to do it, and made the Gewehr 43. Engineers spreading out a bit more lightly there from the Admiral, rifle on the way, also heading eastwards, quite interesting, and pushing me away. Sounds like some lame pop song. Anyways, Panzer Grenadiers pushing up. 3rd squad ready. Dritte Zug. And there we go. Engineers getting pushed away. Getting gunned down a bit. Oh, storming out right front there. Nice spot letting you know where the heavy machine gun nest starts at the same time. Going for the fuel point right. Oh, hiccups. Curse you, hiccups. Oh my luck. Still no further details on Commodores 2, and also I was slightly wrong about E3, that's next week. About Tuesday to Thursday, about something like that. Jeep now arriving for the good Admiral. Not quite a ship though. And going for the cutoff point there, noting the Jeep, and what does the Jeep do? It's probably going to try and hunt down the Kettenkrad and really mess things up for pushing me away. And the 1st SS. Abstandarte. Engineers getting caught up here again, trying to go for that munitions point. Oh, those rascally engineers never quite do learn. Rifleman pulling away, Panzer going up to try and get that fuel point, and Jeep quickly rushes over to probably deal with those. Alongside the Rifleman, yes indeed, those Panzer gunners are going to be in for a rude awakening. There we go, immediately coming under fire. Rifleman, Jeep pushing on. And those Panzer gunners really need to retreat. The Jeep really making it difficult though. And the gut pushing me away, moving in there, going for the cutoff point right there, hoping to deny and delay things a bit. Nice move, Mr. Pushing away. Pushing in with Panzer gunners from the south, setting up Panzer gunners in the house itself also. Sort of make it harder to actually attack this point and take it back for the Americans. Another Panzer gunner squad moving in, but also running into what you'd call trouble. But the Americans are moving in to harass Mr. Pushing me away as well. So much going on so many flanks. Panzer gunners again, not really managing to do much. They're constantly getting pushed about, and they really need to get out of there. In the meanwhile, a larger force is moving in from the north. And the Panzer League commander is doing his best to deny the Admiral his fuel. Further efforts, and there we go. The Jeep might go down, might they actually focus it down? That could work a bit. No. Slowing down the rifle and gunning down the engineers. Rather trying to ignore the Jeep in their face with its 30 caliber gun. Others getting repaired, and we are seeing 5 Panzer Grenadier squads for Admiral. The Admiral, Rifleman suffering a bit now, in fact up close down to half health, although 1 Panzer Grenadier down. There we go, seeing them retreat. Now the Jeep being pulled away. Rifleman forced away from the west as well, although the fuel point has been denied to the 1st. But more Panzer Grenadiers are moving in. Forcing away the engineers with a bang. And now the Jeep moving in to try and protect that fuel point. The Admiral doing his best, at least to ensure it doesn't fall into the hands of the Krauts. Although of course he himself is currently actually getting absolutely nothing out of it. In fact, he's barely getting any fuel. He's also lost the fuel point right next to his own base. The harassment pushing me away has been quite extensive and quite effective, although he's certainly bleeding a bit himself. So once more going for that cut-off point as well. Panzers might want to consider getting away rather than moving in. More Panzers arriving. This could mean 6 Panzer Grenadier squads, 4 pushing me away. That's quite a sizable force. Has to be a bit careful about that. Another Panzer squad gets pushed away. Holding up as the Americans are pushing in. One more rifleman down. Light fighting here. Kettenkart not doing too well either. And by the looks of it, I would say pushing me away, of course, is going for the armoured car rush. That is, get a lot of Panzer guys on the field, make it tough for the opponent, and then get some armoured cars to sort of follow up. And then get an anti-tank half-track. Deal with things after that. Though, of course, he's actually getting defensive operations first. Rather than going down here, Jeep once more moving in, trying to make it difficult for the Panzers to take up cover. And there we go, a full retreat, leaving the front line pretty empty of Panzer Grenadiere, while the rest are reinforcing, patching up at the front lines of war. Keep moving up, down to half health. Still doing pretty well, Well, the Admiral is getting a bit of a beating now, going for a weapon support center, quite interesting enough. He must be expecting, of course, the armoured cars to come sooner or later, but apparently he's trying to sort of drain, pushing me away Panzer Grenadier forces first, quite interesting enough. Oh dear, Jeep got a damaged engine. This could be the end for the Willys Jeep. Used quite extensively by the Americans, but I believe also the Soviets got some before they made their own variant of it. And the Kettenkart went down, but at the same time the Jeep is blown up. So a bit of a handoff right there, or trade-off. And I think we might be seeing some structures going up. Yes, indeed, Kampfgruppe Kompanie. And then we'll probably be getting to see the Panzerjäger Company very soon as well. Riflemen trying to secure that point, but they do manage, but they're taking losses. And then meanwhile, Panzer is taking away that fuel point. Fuel point being secured here as well by the Americans. Has still yet to actually secure this one. Weapon support center up, flashing. Gewehr 43 being equipped for some additional Panzer Grenadiers, but they are quite severely outnumbered. And quickly pushed away. Nice push by the Admiral in the west. Holding down the fort right there, but they are clearly losing to the 6 Panzer Grenadiers in particular. Again, note the sides he's using essentially the windows against them. There's only 2 there versus 6 Panzer Grenadiers. That's not really what tends to work out for you very well. Let's in fact just speed this up until we get another sort of real action. Oh, sniper moves in. Panzer Grenadier goes down. Panzer Command going up for pushing me away. We'll probably see an armoured car again. An armoured car against a sniper tends to be a pretty good way. In fact, I'd recommend it, since a scout car is not really going to do much. And generally, again, a sniper against a Panzer Elite is going to be very, very, very painful very quickly. So the faster you can get him, the better. So again, armoured car. Which again also makes me wonder why the Admiral went for it. And I believe he's actually a rank 16 American. Well, he's close to about that, perhaps 15, 14. Definitely not a novice, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, Panzer holding out here rather than being getting a bit so close. Taking quite some losses. Sniper getting veterans who won in the process. Panzer Company soon up. We'll be seeing some armored cars very soon out of that one. Come on, armored car, Panzer Speerwagen. There we go. Riflemen are suffering heavy losses, but these Panzers need to get out of there very quickly before they get sniped. Already veterans who won from that fellow. Looks like the Americans are securing Dominion a bit more easily now. Bit of a comeback, but again with the armoured car soon coming out, that's going to change. But we're already seeing the supply it up for the Admiral. And a motor pulse, of course, while he might have gotten one sniper, he bothered not with any further than that. And he's quickly getting what he needs to stop pushing me away. Riflemen getting pushed away, but again there's a rather intense game of essentially trying to deny the fuel to the other fellow. I mean, these 2 points tend to be no harass, but I mean, pretty much in this game, they've either been going for the cut-off points pretty swiftly, or the fuel points themselves. There's been really some intense fighting in trying to deny the other bars of the fuel. quite more than you usually see. But there we go, the first armored car ready, second one on the way. Panzer support command going up, of course expecting a motor pool and of course an armored car. But the American armored car might be out first actually. And snipers open up again. Doing quite a bit of manpower drain right there. 7 kills already. Again, note 45 manpower per kill. That's already close. I mean, earned himself in just by killing 7 Panzer grenadiers. But oh dear, armored car arrives. Oh my goodness, that was one bloody nasty hit. Just one shot from the auto cannon and the sniper went down faster. Well, I know something. And again, going for cut-off points, going for the fuel. And looks like Pushing Me Away has gone for the Luftwaffe. First armored car for the Americans is out. No light anti-tank half-track though for Pushing Me Away. Of course, question is, does Admiral imagine there's already an anti-tank half-track ready, or what does he think? But he's moving in against these Panzer Grenadiers. Fallschirmjäger being sent in ready as the first support unit for apparently for the 1st SS, possibly 6th Fallschirmjäger Division. Panzer Grenadier bites the dust. But there we go, line anti-tank half-track on the way. Panzer is getting pushed away. 50 caliber ready as well. Oh dear, oh dear. Looks like the armored car's already managed to secure veterancy level 1. Question is, will these Panzer Grenadiers ever make it home? They're certainly getting blasted at quite a bit. Looks like it, looks like it. And we are seeing a second armored car already on the way. This could definitely be to the advantage of it, but we're also seeing a second anti-tank half-track. But of course, thing is, if Mr. Admiral could catch the first anti-tank half-track with his 2 armored cars, then he could overwhelm it, thus making essentially the second one also a lot more, well, a lot less powerful in fact. As the might of the anti-tank half-track against an armored car is essentially its, ability to disable it, but of course if the armored car still retains mobility or has another one, then it becomes a lot less useful. Another way could of course be if Admiral went for armored and in fact get field repairs. Then he could of course also sort of negate the ability right there. Jeep wreck crushed. Armored car hiding behind, but the American armored car is not pushing forward. Second one arriving though. Second Greyhound. Anti-tank half-track though is ready to provide support. And stop those damnable Greyhounds. Alright, we already have the second one there. Moving in against the German armored car. Going to be... Oh, can't hit it! And we are quickly seeing an overload engine. Of course, also note when you use the ability, it actually drains your fuel rate for a small while. Trying to get the armored cars, but they can't quite hit them, it seems. Or at least he's not using the ability yet. But of course, Mr. Admiral quickly pulling away. In fact, oh dear, it's time to have a look at him. Sorry. And he has in fact gone for field repairs. In fact, he has gone armor. I'm trying to sort of get this headset to fit properly. Fallschirmjägers ambushing, but they... Oh, right in front of the flamethrowers. That's just not right. Right, getting out right in front of the armored cars. That's not quite right either.
Ready to go.
Trying to get them, but of course there are several engineers nearby, so of course that could definitely limit the effectiveness of the anti-tank half-tracks. Heavy fire against the house that has been heavily occupied by riflemen. 12 men. Well, there we go. Armored cars heading the flank of the anti-tank half-track. And first one mobilized. Anti-tank half-track needs to get away. Get away. Sook. Engineers are quick to repair, though. They're probably going to be taking some losses. And there we go. First anti-tank half-track down. This is going to be a pretty huge problem for Pushing Me Away. Now the second one is definitely outnumbered, and of course the engineers are busy repairing. Riflemen pushing in as well, following up on the destruction of the first anti-tank half-track. They're getting blasted, but they are using the half-track for cover. Doing quite a bit of damage to the Panzers, and a flamethrower joins in. Oh dear, first armor car moving in, the other one has been heavily damaged. And the anti-tank half-tank number 2 could be good. Oh dear, second one down. Unbelievable loss right there for pushing me away. He could even be losing his armored cars. That's definitely going to be a problem, although I imagine he's probably going to go straight for another anti-tank half-track. And of course he's quickly losing territory all across the board. There are a lot of automatic firepower, and more specifically from autocannons or anti-aircraft guns, which can do a bit of damage to the armored car. Even a bit of Panzer fire from the Fallschirmjägers. Good shot, lads. But field repairs immediately goes up. And one armor car, in fact, goes down for pushing me away. Minor fighting going on elsewhere, but not really. Second armor car moves in, trying to get that damn German one, but an anti-tank half-tank moves in. Oh dear, Panzer squad could be going down to the 50 caliber.
Enemy unit down.
Oh dear, pushing me away, lost one squad right there. And the armor cars look like they will be getting away pretty easily. Panzer Faust, both armor cars are heavily damaged, but they are still operable. And they have not been knocked out. And we are seeing a second sniper on the way for Admiral. The Admiral, who does still have an armor car, so the sniper could be quickly going down if he's not too careful. I'm not entirely sure if he should be going for that one, but he's also going for the BARs for his rifleman. That's, oh yeah, that is a much better choice, although a medic station would also have been a nice one. Or perhaps an anti-tank gun. There's certainly several things you could be doing. Not entirely sure the sniper is what he ought to be doing, but let's see. Fallschirmjägers pushing hard for the fuel point. Anti-tank half-tank moving up to provide support. Someone's getting sniped.
Ready.
And now the forces of Admiral have been quite boosted in their firepower. They're going to be that much more of a problem for the Panzer Grenadiers. But of course, also these 3 buildings, of course, mean that Mr. Pushing Me Away could in fact be going for Panthers if you upgrade them all. He could also, of course, go for a Panzer IV or a Hotchkiss. And also, he probably ought to be aware now that, of course, the opponent has field repairs, meaning, of course, he has gone for armor, and that, of course, means he has to be careful for a Pershing. Of course, field repairs and the Pershing sort of hand side of the armor doctrine. So, of course, the question is, will Pushing Me Away be reacting to this? I've been coming under heavy fire once more, taking some losses. Let's speed this up a bit, but there we go. Fighting, fortunately, is getting shot at, equipped with the FT-42. That's not quite enough. Another Fallschirmjäger bites the dust quickly in a row. Not really looking good for Pushing Me Away. He's rather lacking the assets to take on this force. And a bit of quiet again, so let's just speed it up again. And another push for the cutoff point right there. Armor car providing what little support they can. Panzer is doing so as well. Sniper moving up. He could get caught with the armor car if he's not careful. There we go. Armor car moves in, but the Americans are a bit too close. Danger is a bit too present.
Forward supply station secure.
Of course, he could go for a Panzer IV now and still have a chance. I mean, his opponent doesn't really have... Well, he does have one anti-tank gun, but still, one Panzer IV could do a bit of damage, forcing him away. Since the armor cars are not quite there for it. And there we go, Panzer Kampfwagen 4 has arrived to save the day. So a bit of quiet.
Munitions point under attack.
Panzer is getting run off. Hooray, and the Panzer IV marches forward still without any support.
Forward supply lines are broken.
That's a bit dangerous, and there we go, into tank and opening up on it. Armor coming in to block the path.
Sector being captured.
But the armor car is in fact taking heavy damage. Ooh, Greyhound mine, but the Panzer IV pulls away. And in fact knocks it out. Damaged engine though. Armored car moving in. Anti-tank gun trying to fire away, but the Panzer IV is trying to get onto the road to increase the speed ever slightly and pull away. The armored car of course might be trying to sort of sneak in and hit it from another side. 30 caliber up for the Admiral, now firing away there on the Panzer gun is moving up. Armored car speed. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Panzer IV getting surrounded. Armored car moving in. Trying of course to stay away from the main gun. Rear armor hits. Of course trying to block the path, and I imagine we of course might be seeing some sticky bombs from the riflemen. Yes indeed.
Ready to go.
Main gun destroyed. Destroyed engine, but it is still there. No further support. Fallschirmjäger sneaking in. Could be hitting the heavy machine gun team from the side. Panzer IV under control. Veterans 1. Butterfly bombs going down. Fallschirmjäger's getting gunned down. Losing quite nastily to the 30 caliber. And quickly getting run off as another wave of Americans move in. Veteran 1 already for this sniper. 6 kills. Looking rather nasty for pushing me away, although he's still holding short parts of the map. Quite a bit of resources being floated for the Admiral. Might want to consider spending some of that. There we go. Tank depot would be nice, but no, he's instead getting another armored car. Interestingly enough.
Losing a sector.
Uh-huh.
And a second Panzer IV arrives for pushing me away. Deciding to buff his armored assets a bit further, but again a Panther could also do nicely, at least against the armor. But again, he probably doesn't feel so threatened by the armored cars and the anti-tank guns. Of course, Panzer IVs will work nicely, but again, he probably should be expecting a Pershing tank anytime soon. Panzer is getting run down, not really looking good. Armored car, Veteran 2 already. Anti-tank half, but not really managing any hits, and let's go look at pushing me away again. Panzer IV trying to hunt it down. Will there be any sort of knocked out engines? That would be... Yes, there we go, immobilized. Armor car needs to get away. Panzer IV moves in. Second armor car's arrived. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Main gun destroyed. But the Veteran 2 armor car did go down. Small victory right there for pushing me away. But he lost his own armor car, thus making things a lot easier for the riflemen. Pushing away definitely needs to get more infantry to the front to support his armor. Until now, as the anti-tank gun is opening up. Armor car, of course, blocking the path. And without the armored skirts, the Panzer IV is going to be a lot more exposed to sticky bombs. Fallschirmjäger moving up to provide support. Panzer IV, ooh, getting a very nice hit right there, killing 3 riflemen in one shot, and the anti-tank half-track was lost to the rifleman right there. Luftwaffe troops now getting called in to provide support, provide assistance. Sniper gets another kill, Veteran C2. Whatever shall pushing me away do? Whatever shall he do? Panzer IV, they're moving in. Anti-tank and tried to sort of move in, but that was in fact a bit of a mistake right there, so that allows the Panzer IV to sneak past it and do some damage to its comrades. Sniper should not be underestimated, and there we go. Fallschirmjäger's making a sort of BAR left behind. He could secure it with his Fallschirmjägers, which have not been upgraded, or with some Panzer Grenadiers. Well, there we go. This could be the end for the anti-tank gun. Its position is getting assaulted by Fallschirmjägers and the Panzer IV. Luftwaffe troops moving in to support. Engineers going down. Oh dear, the Admiral is now taking a bit of a loss right there, a bit of a beating. Luftwaffe troops moving in to finish it off. And immediately sitting back repairing that Panzer IV, which is definitely not in a good condition. Riflemen pushing on. Again, floating a lot of resources. We doesn't even have access to the Panther battle group yet, so why he's just saving up is a bit beyond me. A Wirbelwind, interesting. Knocking out the anti-tank gun, though, was perhaps a less great move. He could have used himself. Ooh, Fortune with offensive veterans arriving up close. They're taking heavy losses, but the sniper rather tipped the scales in their favour. 12 kills so far. And the Panzer IV just killing away. 6 infantry kills. While the Americans are pushing westwards with a heavy machine gun and the rifleman squad. And the Wirbelwind arrives to try and stop that. Tearing through the rifleman right there. Panzer IV versus the riflemen. Will they secure the BAR? Will they be ignoring it? Lots of troops in dire need of reinforcement for pushing me away. And there we go, the purging as predicted has arrived, and of course, as predicted, pushing me away has not really a lot to stop it. He hasn't even bothered getting the Panzer command upgrade yet, oh dear. And the Panzer IV is getting hunted down. This is definitely what you'd categorize as being not really good at all.
The enemy has cut down an infantry unit.
And the squad was lost to the sniper, unfortunately. Pershing moves ahead. Fortune is trying to draw it away, it seems like. Now he could get Manus, but of course he might just be going for the Panther battle group. For some reason, the Admiral is actually pulling away his Pershing. So that might have something to do with the assault on his base by the Panzer IV and the Wirbelwind. Interestingly enough, armored car arrives. Pershing though is on the prowl, it is on the hunt. It senses crowd armor and it wants a bite. Oh dear, rear hit, not looking good. I fear the Panzer IV might be in for it. And the Wirbelwind is getting hunted down by the armored car, but it can't do much either. Fallschirmjägers need to get away, get away! Oh, they have even picked up the BAR with them. What a waste! Retreat them. Or retreat him, more specifically. Oh dear, he lost the Fallschirmjäger squad. Oh dear. And the Panzer IV made a heroic last stand, but to no avail. It was blown to bits and pieces. This is definitely looking pretty bad for pushing me away at the moment. Not a lot of units left. His only hope seems to be the Panther battle group. And the fact that he was caught so much off guard is a bit surprising, I must admit. I mean, he ought to have been able to see it coming, what with the field repairs and the utter lack of airborne, or for that matter, Rangers, artillery strikes, or reconnaissance, or strafing, or bombing runs. I mean, really.
The Americans are capturing a
Let's just beat this away.
The optics are destroyed. Vehicle hit.
Let's return to the Admiral. Another set of butterfly bombs. They don't quite seem to do much. He drops them a bit too close to the opponents. Of course, they can see it and, of course, deal with it. Pershing, though, moves ahead again. Already veterans who won. Not good. But there we go. The Panthers are arriving.
Mechanized has their orders. They will now take and hold.
Getting ready for a further fight. Pushing me away reinforces his troops. His Panthers move in.
We have a threat to our victory point.
Looks like the armor can actually hit some butterfly bombs. Losing a bit there. Pershings might want to focus on the Pershing and try to stay out of sticky bomb range. Panzer's moving up though, trying to repair, but they're getting absolutely blasted to bits by the 30 caliber. Doing a bit of damage, but field repairs immediately goes up there for the Admiral. Not looking good, not looking good for the Panthers. They need to get away. Damaged engines, again dropping butterfly bombs, not really going to do much. Rifleman, oh, that was bloody close. Pershing pushes on. And some swift emergency repairs to that Panther battle tank. definitely not looking in the best condition already, and they've barely been in the fight.
Sector being captured.
And actually a tank depot going up with tank destroyers on the way. So not only is going to have strength, he's going to have numbers against the Panthers. Fallschirmjägers moving in, trying to protect his last victory point. Oh, damn, nasty hit from the Pershing. Kills 2 Fallschirmjägers, leaving them dead and smeared out in the ruins. Definitely not looking good for Luftwaffe troops also retreating. Panthers getting slowly repaired, very slowly. Barely holding anything left. Decisive counterattack spearheaded by the Pershing has absolutely thrown the 1st SS into disarray. Luftwaffe troops should be swiftly reinforced and then used to repair those Panthers pretty quickly. At least that would be my recommendation. But no, he's actually going for the Flak 88. Interesting, he's probably trying to establish a safe zone so the Pershing can't waltz right into his base, even if he loses the Panthers. I suppose that could work. That's certainly not a bad idea, but I mean, well, let's speed this up. Not a lot else going on. Clearing out the minefields, good move. Grenades ready. Medic station still nice, and there we go. Flak 88 is ready, or Flak 36. Panther moves ahead. And heavy machine gun getting hammered. Rifle getting hammered by the Flak 88, although they aren't doing so much damage. Second Panther almost ready to support. Flag 88 though not really getting any hits so far, but that's not what it's good at.
One of our points.
Looks like a small counter-offensive, a small return for pushing me away, although he's definitely going to need those Panzer guns reinforced. Also fighting the front line of Fallschirmjägers, but they're also getting pretty chewed up, and then there's otherwise Luftwaffe troops, which isn't really too impressive either.
After our victory point.
Sticky bomb on the Panther, but it does manage to force away the rifleman. Another heavy machine gunner goes down. Rifleman continuing to push away at what little territory is on the left-hand side of the road. Left turn? Did I bloody well say left turn? I meant west turn or left. Oh Christ! Left turn. Bloody hell. Anyway, second Pershing, Panther, not doing too well. Damaged engines, sticky bombs, tending to be very bad for your Panther's state of maintenance. But again, in dire need of reinforcement right there. Panther taking heavy damage. Luftwaffe troops need to get out of there. Rückzug. Trying to get that Panther. Pershing. Oh dear, this isn't really working out. Looks like they might get the Wolverine. They could be. Yes, indeed. Wolverine down. And another sniper out for Admiral. Again, doesn't look like anything's getting reinforced at the moment, which is a bit of a shame, I'd say. What remains of his forces are in fact being sent ahead without reinforcing at all to repair. That's a bit dangerous, in particular with snipers around. And what happened to his Luftwaffe squads? Did he actually lose it somehow? No, wait, it's there. But again, it does not look like he's reinforcing at all. Can he reinforce? Hang on. No, he can't reinforce. He's barely got any territory. No, those Panthers are really sucking out most of his population alongside that Flak 88. He can't reinforce. Oh dear. He's going to have to use what little infantry is left. Essentially those one-man squads and try and take a point. That's really dangerous, in particular with the snipers around. It looks like he's doing it. He is doing it. No, he might also want to try a bit over here. And there we go. Very, very depleted infantry force moving in. Scraps practically of what was left of the first SS force that went in the start.
Enemy unit.
And there we go. The Luftwaffe were utterly annihilated. One sniper hit. He could be losing another one soon. Pershing getting hit by the Flak 88. Second Panther ship will move up to support. Engineers trying to repair. Pershing still holding up with field repairs even. Panther heavily damaged, but moving too close with the other one to the rifleman. They could get off a sticky bomb. Careful, pushing, careful. There we go, sticky bomb. Admiral really pushing on the fight, but clearly it's not over, as Pershing is definitely not giving up despite having barely anything left. Oh dear, looks like another right Panzer grenade squad went down. Barely anything left. Barely anything left.
They have 200 points left.
Now, in fact, trying to get a bit of territory from the left side where there's absolutely nothing. The duel between the armor continues, with the Pershing barely holding on, but so are the Panthers, both damaged engines.
Pershing lost to enemy.
Oh dear, he actually lost the Pershing. The Panthers got the Pershing. Wow. Though that doesn't exactly make it easier, since there's still not a lot of territory and there's still not a lot of infantry. More specifically, there's still also a lot of... Wait, there we go. Luftwaffe called in. He can finally get something. But a sniper... No, the armor car got another Panzer grenade squad that moved a bit too closely. Oh dear. And an attempt at breaking out on the west was quickly stopped by the rifleman right there. Again, this force is in dire straits, and I imagine we'll be seeing a Pershing more anytime soon. Fortunately, I guess they are finally getting reinforced. Finally. Endlich. Let's just speed this up a bit. Moving in here. Oh dear, another Panzer squad, but the dust. Oh dear, he lost the Fallschirmjägers utterly. Getting crowd ready though. It's going down a bit, pushing me away. Oh dear, Panther could be going down. Both the defense double veterancy, although one has already lost the gunner. Looks like a full retreat though in the face of these Panthers. I'm trying to catch a sniper over there. Not quite any luck with that. But a Panther's moving in. And yeah, there's not really a lot left in terms of options. He might get another kit and try and really try to take as much territory as possible, as quickly as possible. That could work. But he's actually trying to use the Panther to hunt down the sniper. Absolute desperation forces him to use his Panzerkampfwagen 5 to try and catch the sniper with machine gun fire and the main gun, but apparently just can't quite get the kill. There we go, points being taken. Come on, just spread out. Don't use both units on one point. Oh dear, he couldn't quite get the sniper. Oh, come on, Admiral, do be nice. Do be nice. Armor car hiding over there, but still, Panther, one more damaged engine. Points being retaken though. Opening up a bit for more fresh units on the field, and there we go, calling in more Luftwaffe. Apparently. Interesting move, not what I'd recommend. I think some Fallschirmjägers would also have helped him. And getting another Kettenkrad, though on the other hand that's good. Of course, he could also spend some of his resources on upgrades. Anti-tank gun being pushed forwards for Admiral. Panther heavily damaged, but the Luftwaffe are moving in to repair that. And he didn't even finish taking this point. What could pushing me away be up to? Perhaps to sort of delay the victory point losses. He's rather at the short end of things. But at least he's making a small return. More forces moving in. And the Luftwaffe troops are immediately getting sniped. Though the anti-tank gun is actually taking heavy damage from the Panthers. And in fact got knocked out. Another push right into the waiting arms of the Panthers and the Luftwaffe troops.
Enemy advances.
Lots of fire. In fact, some of the riflemen in fact getting suppressed by the machine gun fire from the Panthers. One immobilized. Oh dear, and the no, there's no anti-tank gun. Still enough sticky bombs could knock it out. Going for all victory points. He's really trying to cut down the victory points for pushing me away. And more sticky bombs on the Panther. And the Panther, in fact, bites the dust and goes kablooey. And meanwhile, his Kettenkraut is being awfully perilous. And there we go, no victory points for pushing him away. The 1st SS is in trouble still. Needs to get some units, get some boots on the ground, call in some Fallschirmjägers, get some Panzer Grenadiere. Just get something, for heaven's sake, man. Get something. Armored car getting hunted down. Ooh, sniper even as well. There we go, Fallschirmjäger arriving. Oh! Trying to secure a flak feeling, and he lost it. Bit unfortunate. But there we go, going for both victory points again, getting units.
Steady up, squad.
It looks like all infantry has been replaced with Luftwaffe units. Second Pershing arriving though for Admiral. And the Luftwaffe squad went down quite nastily. Sneaking into the base, but another Wheelwind arrives right in front of the rifleman. Another Panzer IV on the way. Still no Panzer Grenadiers, still not a lot of infantry.
We're losing power.
And the Pershing arrives, and there's only one Panther to stop it. Although, of course, there's also the Flak 88 to actually ensure it can't waltz into the base. Which is probably the saving grace for pushing me away. Since he doesn't really have much else to really contend with the Pershing. I mean, one Panther defense of F-22 is not really going to cut it, in particular if he has managed to outgun the Pershing to do even more in terms of penetration. But the Panzer IV arrives. Let's just beat this up again while both sides gorging things. Another infantry assault, and looks like demo charges are being used, trying to blow up the buildings of pushing me away. Will it work? Who knows? Small fight right here. We are seeing suppressive volleys on the Fallschirmjägers, pinning them down pretty swiftly. Oh dear. Panther arrives to save the day. Nice hit. And the demo charge didn't even knock out that Panzer support command fully, though it did damage it. More sniper fire on the flak feelings. Armored car moving in. And oh, catching the sniper out in the open. And the Pershing discovers the Kettenkraut, but the Kettenkraut of course also discovers the Pershing, allowing the Flak 88 to knock it out. Looks like some butterfly bombs are going off here as Admiral moves forwards. Right into a minefield. Fallschirmjägers holding out in the building, riflemen charging right at it. Pershing versus Panther. And the riflemen are getting utterly devastated, but it looks like the threat of grenade does force pushing me away to pull out of it.
Confirm we are ready for action stations. Heavy Panzer ready.
Bit more dancing around.
We are losing territory.
More banter, I think, or at least one of them is being rude. But let's try not to focus on that.
We are losing ground.
But looks like a Sherman is in fact arriving for the Admiral, interestingly enough. Running straight into the Panther though.
Territory cut off from supply.
Looks like pushing me away though is making slight progress. Ever so slightly. And certainly has managed to stabilize the situation and slightly turn it around. And now even going for a reinforcement point. Right at the front lines, right in this house. Sherman might want to consider getting away. And again, he really should consider manning to outgun the Sherman as well. Basically to increase his chance of penetrating enemy armor. So definitely think that would help him. Further fighting, Wirbelwind, Panther, Panzer IV, everything just firing away. Wait a minute. No, the Panzer IV is not firing. Come on, you lazy bastard. Looks like a heavy machine gun has been secured by the Luftwaffe troops. Holding out a bit more nicely that way. Even one of the squad leaders actually manning one of the guns, interestingly enough.
The enemy has destroyed one of the Kampfgruppen vehicles.
Oh dear, Kinkraut went up. And Panther quickly gets outgunned, but it has managed to secure defensive veterancy 3. It should help a bit. Second Kinkraut could be lost to the other rifleman. So he's clearly not out of the woods yet either. And there we go, damaged engine. And the Sherman and Pershing push onwards.
The enemy has fallen to 200 points. We must be further in.
But holding on, and Pershing moves forwards.
The enemy advances on our victory points.
Sherman might want to actually move in, perhaps try and hit from the flank. Come on, Sherman, move in, and again, upgrade your guns, mate. And looks like the riflemen are getting absolutely surrounded by the Fallschirmjäger. And again, absolutely no Panzer gunners left. Looks like these riflemen might in fact go down, yes indeed. Panzer IV might be a victim of the American Pershing, but no. Sherman arrives, pushes in from the flank. Again, no upguns, come on. Armored car down, Panzer IV could be going down, but still no, it actually managed to get away, and it's allowed to get away, more interestingly enough. Additional Luftwaffe troops arriving to replace the ones lost. Panzer IV moves through the fields, what remains of the fields, dodging Pershing fire. There were lots of engineers moving in to repair. And again, while that Sherman isn't outgunned and moving in to perhaps try and hit the flanks of the Panthers a bit beyond me, could knock it out, in fact. Another engineer down, and we're seeing a Calliope, actually a Calliope barrage right into the middle of everything. Small duel here between Fallschirmjägers and riflemen on the western flank. Panther still standing somehow, Sherman moving forwards. Oh, mine actually went off. And the Wirbelwind is down. Sherman pulling away. Looks like the fighting is actually slowing down a bit. Rifleman veterancy 3 going up against the Fallschirmjäger. But the Fallschirmjäger themselves are getting veterancy. Grenade! Oh! Down to one Fallschirmjäger.
The Americans are capturing us.
Again, note the bonuses of veterancy from riflemen apply to everything they use. That also includes the grenades. But we are seeing Luftwaffe troops again pushing up. Again, absolutely no Panzer grenades anymore. It's basically just either Luftwaffe troops or Fallschirmjäger. Looks like the 30 caliber is being moved up a bit closer to the front line. And looks like a small force of Americans is getting ready to attack, but clearly the Admiral is taking a beating himself. And again, he would benefit from outgunning his armor. Ooh, 30 caliber actually moved a bit further up, but now we are seeing the 30 caliber moving up on the rifle, and there we go, suppressing them even. Ooh, nasty damage. Even the MG from the Sherman, of course, helping. On the Panther, I mean. And looks like a second Flak 88 is getting deployed. That's really actually going to make it a lot harder for Admiral to operate with any armor on the eastern flank. But we are seeing a Calliope barrage to actually try and stop this. Managed to kill most of the Luftwaffe troops except one who heroically strives onwards to finish that Flak 88 position. While everything else is getting made ready to move forwards as well. There we go, another flak. And the Calliope quickly pulls up behind the building to avoid the fire. But a Pershing Panther moves in, but the Pershing moves up. And he still hasn't upgun. Come on, Admiral. Upgun. And the veteran chief rifleman moving in against more some Fallschirmjägers. Grenade. Fallschirmjägers pull away. Again, they are facing off against veteran chief free rifleman. That's definitely not the usual cup of tea. Pershing getting pushed away. Luftwaffe troops and Panzer IV moving up to assist the Panther in its fight against the Americans. But rather a long fight. And definitely one that's sort of lost in intensity as it's sort of dragged on. Partly because the American commander hadn't really prepared himself in the long fight. Though he did have the supplied upgrades. No medic station. No medic station to rather help with attrition. Oh dear, Panzer IV immobilized. And Panzer IV gone. Nasty Calliope barrage right up close. Veterans who want for this Pershing. Look, Fallschirmjäger, get out of there! More driving out right in front of everyone. Perhaps trying to get those engineers while they're repairing the Pershing. Engineer actually got knocked out by the flak, quite interestingly enough. And the engineers took some severe losses. Panther continues to hunt down the Pershing, tries to get it. But only 34 points left for pushing me away, and of course this sort of thing can also, you know, cause an opponent like say Admiral to, you know, commit more mistakes, because again he's sort of figuring if I can close this deal quickly, I can get him knocked out and quickly drain him out. So now he's actually gotten a second Calliope. That's not really necessarily helping against the Panther. And the Pershing barely makes it back to base as the Panther pulls away. So many P's, so many P's. Kettencrack got knocked out by the Sherman. More butterfly bombs. Rather moving forwards. Right, the Fallschirmjäger 30 caliber. Ooh, quite a bit, and they're utterly pinned within seconds. More Calliopes. Let's just speed this up a bit. Looks like the American has more or less been forced back into his base. Now he's in fact losing a lot of points. Heavy damage to the Panther. Trying to repair that Panther, but the Luftwaffe troops might be killed if they're not careful. And they were in fact killed, utterly devastated. But this might be the end of the Pershing. Panzerfaust from the Fallschirmjäger actually destroyed. Hassan, the Fallschirmjäger with their Panzerfaust, wreck the Pershing. Definitely not what you expect to knock out the Pershing, that is a Panzerfaust. But a Fallschirmjäger's got to do what a Fallschirmjäger's got to do. Now let's speed this up, and rather looks grim for the American commander. He's lost another Pershing. He's very low on armor, very low on infantry, very low on everything in fact. Oh dear, the 30 caliber was knocked out.
We are losing territory.
Light fighting here and there. And again, just speeding up, so it
Americans
sort
are
of
seizing territory
retains
from
a
us.
sort of decent length rather than taking heavy damage. Another sniper moving in. I think it's a bit too late for snipers for Admiral. Luftwaffe troops getting blasted to bits. 40 mega. Oh dear! Ow! Ow dear! That was just horrific. The 40 megas just stayed in the building while taking the full brunt of a colliding barrage right into it. The one who wasn't killed by the rockets themselves was killed when the building collapsed. Utterly madness. But more 40 megas are arriving now to sort of lead the assault. Again, speeding things up a bit. Sherman moving up close.
57 crew, ready for order.
But barely anything left for Admiral, and not really a force that's really sort of for an assault. Hitting butterfly bombs. And yeah. GG from the Admiral, and there we go. Game over. A victory for the 1st SS, the Leibstandarte, in the fight against the 1st Armoured Division. And of course, what can we learn from this fight? I mean, again, we saw sort of what happens when you float too many resources for longer periods of time. Things go wrong, but we also saw the effects of very high degrees of harassment right early on. I mean, and in particular, right for a long part for the Panzer League commander, he had a lot of troubles because he barely could get any units. I mean, again, that was part of harassment and part, just taking territory. Absolutely nasty. We also saw how armored cars could overcome anti-tank half-tracks. Again, numbers and, good repair strategies rather help with that. In the end, though, I mean, it was sort of the reliance, though, to only sort of stick with the Pershing and not perhaps, get something that could, for example, dealt with the Flak 88 back here, or even sort of limited by you, for example, using smoke from a mortar, but also the failure to sort of upgun his vehicles and sort of try to take on the Panthers a bit more aggressively. Sort of minor mistakes like that in terms of armor, but of course also probably a lack of medic stations rather saw the end of Admiral when somehow, I mean, pushing away managed to really make a return, a comeback using Panthers and whatever limited infantry he could get on the field. So there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends, and if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.